You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature.
Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Thanks for stopping by. Time to do a maker set. I know we've all been wanting one, and I just got through Valentine's Day. It's difficult to actually find the time. Well, I have the time. It's the window of opportunity in a busy household to create a 2-hour window is what I usually set aside to do a maker set, just from start to finish, gathering all the supplies, what I need, the water, making the video. It does take time, and I like peace and quiet, no noise in the background. And then this oven now, like all the new ovens and new maker sets I'm seeing, don't come with the mixes inside, so they make you buy the mixes separate just to use it. So make sure you know that if you get this oven. It looks like it comes with everything inside, even the top of the box. Look, they show you so much fun stuff, but you got to buy all that. Now, I was noticing this little sticker. It says LP. Doesn't mean Lucky Penny Shop. So I have the Frost and Fun cake mix on the left, and then the Bakin Blondies on the right. Now, what I might do is I have created a members section. And on that section, I actually unbox this. So I might add that into this video so that you can see the same content. So what do we have here? It says, Little Chefs, Big Fun, tools are included. And then she's holding a little tray of lots of sweets and treats. Now, I saw 2 mixes. I'm not sure exactly which one. Well, I'm going to do probably the Bakin Blondies mix today because I have time for that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do 2 in one video. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll come back and do this one at a later date. Let me move these mixes out of the way because they're not what I need to learn about. I need to learn about the actual oven. Now, the video I made in the member section shows how this box got damaged and what happened. And it tells the story there. So, yeah, maybe I'll just put that here. And here's the side panel. Let's see. Anything different there? Nothing real different there. This side panel. Nope, just kind of a different pose. Different treats. There she's mixing. There she's using her left hand. There she's using her right hand. Maybe they reversed the image. There's the bottom. Let's see. So this was from 2025, NSI International. I've done a lot of their products. They should have just sent me one, don't you think? There's really nothing else here to help us out. This is neat. This looks like a chocolate layered pie with a cherry on top. So it looks like you're going to have to supply your own stuff. All right, here's what we want to read. Let's turn the brightness down a little. I had to do that for the other side. And then let me do one camera check here. Okay, we're good. Let's see. Bakes real treats, safe and easy. The Yum Yum Real Baking Oven is the ultimate treat machine. This kid-sized, kid-safe oven lets young chefs whip up delicious bite-sized homemade treats, just like the real thing. From cakes and blondies to chocolate chip and sugar cookies, baking has never been this fun. Plus, it's a great way to spark a love for baking, an amazing skill that lasts a lifetime. Now, that's true, because when I was doing the Easy Bake series with the famous chefs, I don't know if anybody watched that, but it discusses how each of the famous chefs used an Easy Bake or had an Easy Bake when they were a kid, and that inspired them to become a baker, or a chef. Now look at all the different mixes. I only have 2, so I guess my goal now is to just get all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and do them all so that we can see what they're all about. Don't forget the baking mixes. Yes, don't forget. Wash and thoroughly dry all components before use. That's right there. That we have to do. So it looks like you get 1 tray, the oven, and then 2 tools. That's about it. Well, I have to get it out of the box. So let me do this. Before I get this out of the box, I'll put that video of me opening it so you can see what I see of the damage. And then I'll come back and take this one officially out of this box. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Thanks for stopping by. If you are watching this, you are a member of Lucky Penny Shop. Thank you for joining. It's taken me longer than expected to come up with some kind of plan. And I thought, well, I've never really done this on my main videos, unboxing things that I'm getting so that you get a first look at it. This came in about probably 5 days ago. And then I thought, well, let's just open it up here. Now, I'm not going to actually use this set, but you'll see what's coming up. Maybe you have some feedback, suggestions. Let's just move the big box out of the way, because this will give it away. This here The smaller box will give this away. It is, well, we shall see. I have not opened it. This is how it came to me. Of course, I had to take off the address label. Actually, it's packed really well. Okay, so hopefully this gives it away. Ooh, paper. There is paper. Ooh, 2 mix sets. And these mix sets are for the Yum Yum Real Baking Oven. Now, I have never done the Yum Yum. It's a new oven that's come out recently. Maybe you've seen it. I have not. And thought, hey, let's get it. And let's use it. Let's move that box out of the way. So now the actual oven doesn't come with mixes. That kind of happened with the ice cream maker set too. So you have to buy the mixes separately. So I got the Bakin Blondies mix and the Frost and Fun cake mix. And it's probably just like an Easy Bake. It is. They kind of give you the ingredients for the mix, the ingredients for the sprinkles. This has vanilla cake mix ingredients, strawberry cake mix ingredients, and the icing ingredients. For use with Yum Yum. All right, well, let me grab that, and we will open that bigger box. All right, time to open another box. Now, I usually just do this, get it out of the box, and then get ready to make a video, so I thought this would be fun content here. All right, it's got these air pillows. Now, I don't like shipping with these. I usually pop them and take the air out because they really don't support very well. Let's check out this oven. Oh, I think we need to do a front view. Let me change the camera real quick. All right, this is the front of the box. It's nice that there's a die cut opening there showing the oven, the Yum Yum Real Baking Oven. Bakes real treats, safe and easy. Little Chef's Big Fun, and tools included. So it looks you get like a spatula and then a little tray grabber. Now I noticed because of those air cushions, it got smashed. And my box is ripped. I do not like that on a box, especially a brand new item. And then the top was damaged. Take a look at that. It looks like it was hit right here. And I pushed that in, damaged this and damaged that. And then here is the back. Well, there's the side. You're going to see all that again. So I guess you're here just to say, hey, yeah, that looks like a cool oven. Let's do that. If you have any feedback or would like to let me know, then do that in the comments section. You're the only ones that are going to be able to read those comments. Unless someone becomes a member, I'm not going to go live with these videos in the channel. So there are 6 different mixes. The Frost and Fun cake mix, Bacon Blondies mix, Chocolate Chippies cookie mix, Shimmer and Sugar cookie mix, Deluxe Bake and Decorate set, and then the Bake and Decorate set, just a smaller version. And then, oh, by the way, let me move this out of the way, is a brand new backdrop. It's white. There's no issues, no scratches, and no other stuff from glue or things that I've done. I usually replace the background once a year, and it was time. All right, so that is the Yum Yum Real Baking Oven. That video will be out, I can't say exactly when, but I do appreciate you watching and becoming members. And thanks for watching, everybody. Later. All right. It's always a thrill for me to check out something new. I got all the tape. There we go. Nicely packaged. Okay, so that is the oven. Let's see, it looks like it might be held on the bottom. It is. So one of these had come out shipping because, as you saw, it was horribly packed. Oh, there's 2 on the back. Come on. It's got pressure on it now because I flipped it over, so it's leaning on it. There we go. And this goes through here. Now when I put this oven back, I probably will not put the tabs on unless I'm just going to do a final storage. And I'll put those back on. I usually save all that and use that. And then in the bottom is another little box. And this has the tools and the instructions. Okay, so there's your 2 tools. Yeah, so now I'm curious if I can attain all of those mixes. They were expensive. Okay, let's turn this over. This doesn't look good. Well, let's look at the bottom. Okay, so it's metal on the inside. I do see the 2 wires going through. There's a button here on and off. And then this looks like you put your finger in there, but my finger doesn't fit. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe there's a trick. Okay, so it does look more like a microwave to me than an oven. I don't know about what you're saying. Okay, so there's that. There's that tool and that tool. And then the tray. Okay, so it's bigger than an Easy Bake tray. Looks to be aluminum. It says hand wash only, towel dry. And here's the instructions. Yeah, baking door. Alright, what was I doing wrong? Why couldn't I open it that easy? Be sure the on-off switch is in the off position. Okay. Okay, so it has the side of an Easy Bake, and that clicks in. And there's nothing covering this. Now, I'm going to say that's going to be a problem. The Easy Bake oven that had this type of system, you could easily put your hand in there. My hand's bigger, and I could reach the metal. So what's to stop that from happening? You put the tray in and then close it? Yeah. You put the tray in first, then close it. Now, well, let's see. Do not put your hand in there. Be sure the on-off switch is in the off position. Fill the baking tray with your prepared mix. The maximum fill point of the tray is about 2/3 the height of the tray. That's actually right there, but the picture shows it higher. 3. Be sure to place the oven on a level, flat, and dry surface. Plug the oven directly into a wall socket. Do not use adapters. Do not plug in the oven anywhere that the cord can be tangled with other cords. Lift open the door on the side of the oven and it clicks into its horizontal position. Carefully slide the baking spatula under the baking tray. That's very standard. So you do that. You do this. And then you got to pull it up. Then you slide this in. Okay. Okay. Slide that in. Okay. Interesting. You have to carefully slide it in and not get stuck to the spatula. And then you're going to lock that down and then turn it on, I guess. Let's see how easy this is to come out. Hopefully easier than putting it in there. That's easy. So it'll be a warm tray maybe. Okay, slide in and close the door. Slide the on-off position to the on. So you're not preheating it. Look at the baking time on your mix instructions and set your timer. When the baking time is done, slide the on-off switch to the off position. Set a timer for 25 minutes. The oven and your baked goods need time to cool down. That's a long time. Lift open the door on the side of the oven until it clicks into the horizontal position. Carefully slide the baking spatula under the baking tray. You can now remove your tray. The temperature gauge should be blank with no line. Lift the oven door and use the spatula to remove the tray from the oven. Temperature gauge. This is the temperature gauge here. So that's telling you whether it's heated up or not. Yes, when the door is open, this switch will not work. So It'll never be in that position. So there's a little switch that's locking the door into place. And I can't move it here, but you can kind of see it, maybe see it in that corner. That bottom right corner is controlled by this, the on-off, and that's lifting up a little pin there that's going to keep the door in the right position so you cannot burn your hands. Do these turn or do anything? That clicks, that's cool. So you have some clicking, so set the time. All right, I think we've really looked at the oven. We've read the instructions. They're pretty simple, but I'll show everything here. That's the back. I'll go on the hunt for all the mixes. That would be a good series, just to do one in every video. So I will do that. Okay, important temperature gauge. Your oven has a safety device which will only allow the door to open when it's completely cool. Forcing the door to open may result in damage to your oven. When the oven is hot, a line will appear in the temperature gauge. When it is cool, the temperature gauge will be blank. So that was a little metal piece I showed you down there. All right, let me grab the mix. We've got everything here. Let's see what we need. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me move this stuff out of the way. I'll come back with just the mix. Decided to do this one first just because of my time. I don't have a lot of time today. Not by choice, believe me. Bakin Blondies mix. It's mix number 60412. And there's the nutritional facts for the blondies and then the sprinkles. So the ingredients, let's see, all-purpose flour, hard wheat flour, malted barley flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid. Okay, enough of that. Does say brown sugar, and then the dreaded canola oil. Semi-sweet chocolate chips, and that gives you all the ingredients there. So there's not much there that we need to concern ourselves with because we're going to do it. That's the point. That's the goal. We must achieve the goal. It doesn't say what you provide, does it? For use with the bake oven, where does it say you supply? You need, gonna need some kind of liquid. So it's that, and it's that. I think the box could have been maybe half the size. That's all that's in there. Is there an instruction sheet? Yes, it's jammed way down in there. Okay. Okay, place 6 level tablespoons plus 1.5 level tablespoons of mix into a small clean bowl. Oh, plus 1.5 teaspoons. So you don't get the measuring tools. So you have to provide your own measuring tools. You will need, did not say that anywhere, add 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of cool water. Seal the rest of the mix to stay fresh. Mix thoroughly with mixing whisk and press together until it forms a consistent dough. Very lightly grease the bottom and sides of the tray with a tiny drop of butter or shortening. Scoop batter into the tray and evenly spread evenly. So you're having a dough, scoop, okay. A spatula helps to get all the mix out of the bowl, so you need a spatula. Maybe the opposite end of that other tool. It kind of looks like the end of this, but no, that wouldn't be a spatula. This is your whisk. You're ready to bake. Go to the next section to see how to operate your Yum Yum Real Baking Oven. So here's some creative ideas. You can put layers between the cookies. You can put it on ice cream. Ask an adult to read the instructions, plug in the oven, and demonstrate how to use it. The oven must only be used under adult supervision. Follow the directions to the left and prepare your batter. When you're ready to bake, follow these steps. Be sure to turn the on-off switch to off. Fill the baking tray with the okay. Did all that. The maximum fill point, Roger. Be sure to place the oven on an okay. Yeah. 4, lift open the door. 5, put your tray in. 7, set the tray down in the oven compartment and gently remove the spatula. Close the oven door. You will hear a click when the door is closed. Slide the on-off switch. Set timer for 20 minutes. then back here, then check the temperature gauge, and they go over everything we've already learned. So this looks somewhat simple. I'm going to get some measuring spoons, a bowl. Oh, that's too bright, sorry. A bowl, a spatula, some butter, and I'm going to make the recipe, Bakin Blondies. Let's get started. Okay, I need to dry the pan and the whisk. Okay, good. And the butter. Let us butter that. I think I'll do that first. Now, what was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. Now I'm surprised I didn't say use cooking spray, because that works too. Well, I'm excited to get all the mixes now. Look forward to get this series going. It's a series. Ooh, a new series. The Yum Yum Baking Oven series. Now what I was saying earlier about time, 2 hours, yeah. They want this to bake for 20. They want it to sit for 25. You got 45 minutes just in that part of it. Not including the washing and the going to get the supplies. There we go, nicely buttered. I'm not complaining, mind you. I'm just kind of filling you in because I know a lot of people want to see makers, and that's all I really want to do for the most part because it's the most challenging and fun. Now, it said 6 level tablespoons. I didn't bring anything to do a nice level. I guess I could use the back of this. So 6. One. 2. 3. 4. It doesn't look like you might get one more whole. 5. Yeah, it doesn't look like enough to make another batch. 6. Plus 1.5 level teaspoons. 1.5. Okay. Yeah. So you get 1 out of it. That's it. So you got to buy another box if you want to make another one. All right. If you want to use their stuff. And then add 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon cool water. One tablespoon and 1 teaspoon cool water. Mix thoroughly with the whisk and press together until it forms dough. Ooh, I lost a chip. I did bring in a trusty spatula. My tried and true spatula. Now, I don't know the design of this. You got stuff stuck in those things. Interesting. I guess I feel slightly judgmental because I've done so many different sets like this and used so many different ovens. I can look at it and say, I see some crusty lumps in here of the dough, the powder mix. Well, I could have probably, or I should have, maybe, before I put the liquid in, smooshed all the powder down, because there's some dry chunks. I think I got most of them. Yeah, pretty good now. Okay. Now we have the dough. Butter the pan, which I did. And evenly spread so that it's 2/3. Now look how thin the pan is. So 2/3 is, where they show at the mark, but don't you think they would have made the mix the perfect amount for what you're doing? Now if the instructions said, break it up before you add the liquid, I would have done it. So it's an afterthought. Something I said, now I see. Should have done that. I'm just going to put it all in and assume that that's correct. Yeah, they show a different tool spreading. I think this should have just been all flat, and you could use it as a spatula. And also, see the little lumps in here? I don't think those are chips. Oh, maybe they are. They could be. That's the blondie part. I want to get this off. I wanted to save those chips for sure. I want to just give it a light cleaner on that edge. Okay, I feel good about that. Except for this stray chip. You must be part of the blondie. Come on. Doesn't want to give up. Okay, you're in. All right. Time to put it in the oven. All right, so I was reviewing the instructions. This is when you take it out, and then it stops at 10. It doesn't say put the sprinkles on. But you have to put them on because they showed in the picture. So it would be better if they're put on when it's a little warm so they stick. It just says mix sprinkles and edible funfetti into your batter for an even more festive treat. Huh. But then they show it in layers. And then this thick layer on the top. Can you see that? It's like a really thick layer of something. Spread icing. Oh, that's the icing on top, and decorate for a double-decker blingy blondie. Stack 2 blondies with icing between them. Ooh, that's exciting. Mix sprinkles in your batter. Okay. I didn't really think about that option, but here we go. Let me get my timer set. Timer. Clock. Timer. Bake for 20 minutes. Okay. Here we go. Tray is on. Now maybe it'll stay in there better. It's got some weight. Okay, just throw it in. Close that. Turn it on. 20 minutes. Start. Now I'm going to change the camera now to this little thing here, and we'll see how that changes. Okay, I'll leave that sit there. I'll have to edit this out. We'll see if that turns blue. Let's get closer. Alright, timer's going. I have 19 minutes, 45 seconds. I will be back. So the red line did show up. I'm at 8:52. Now I didn't know the exact time, so I'll have to edit that to let you know. I don't know if it's happened right away. I do smell something, but it's more of an electronic smell, not of anything baking in the oven. Time's almost up, but I hear like baking popping sounds. I'm not sure the camera is picking it up, but it is making sounds inside. Now the timer's going to go off in 20 seconds, so to avoid your ears, I will stop it right at the point. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, delete. Okay, so now what I need to do is just turn it off and then let it sit for another 25 minutes, it said. So let's do that. Let's turn it off. Okay. Now we'll go back and see how long in the 25 minutes before it hits the cool down. Let me just restart this one at 20. And I'll have to come back and edit and see. Alright, 5 minutes, no change. It's maybe dropped down a little. I'll have to check when I do the editing. Okay, 12 and a half minutes. Line is still there. It does look like it's going down. I wasn't here to watch it move in a direction. I'm assuming it went up. But I'll know that after I edit it. So it looks like it's slowly moving down. Okay, now it's going up now that I see it, not going down. I'm going to stop it because that was 20 minutes and the line is still there. 5 more minutes. Now I'm just going to do this just because I need to know, will it open when it's not completely cool? No, and it's in the off position. So it will not even let you open it till it's gone. Alright, 5 more minutes. Let's see if it removes itself. This is going to be a lot of editing to cut through all this and the stops and starts. But I'll try to get it all right. It's really close. The camera does not go down anymore. So at some point we should not see that. 5 minutes is on the timer, 4.5 minutes left. 1 minute, 28 seconds. There's just a fraction of the line left. Well, just for fun, let's see. Nope, still can't open it. And you can't see it from this oh, did it just change? It's just a tiny, tiny bit. It's the way the camera's angled. Just a tiny, tiny bit of red left. I guess I gotta wait 52 seconds. I wonder if it's timed exactly. Alright, well, let me get the plate ready and then I will come back. Okay, timer went off at 25 minutes. Let's see if I can open it. look at that. All right. That's a good start, isn't it? Of course, the camera was not set right, but at least you got to see that. Let's take it out. I have a nice, what I think perfect size plate. We will see. Ooh, baked really nice. And is it warm at all? Still a wee bit warm. Not something that I can't grab. Let's see, does it flip out? It does not flip out. Everything else is by the sink, so let me get one of my other tools. It's right behind me. And look at the plate I picked. I picked this, I think it's a Barbie plate. I'm not sure. But I thought it would fit perfectly. Looks like Happy something. Is that Barbie and Ken? Now one might say the top looks like it's raw. Don't break. Okay, it's still warm, which is good, because I didn't want to put the sprinkles on if it wasn't warm. Now I can see why they would want you to cut it and decorate it and do more with it. The pan. Let's see. Let's just sprinkle them all on. Would have liked to have mixed that in the dough. There's my treat. Well, the last thing to do. Well, give you some insight. It seems like their timing's pretty spot on. It's going to be some editing there because there's a lot of little cuts where I check in. I almost feel like it's not baked completely through. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen with the sprinkles. Looks okay. The bottom is brown. I want to eat sprinkles. Now, what do you think it's going to taste like? Like blondies? Here we go. There's a little crispy bite with the edge. It's not very sweet at all, even with the sprinkles. Yeah, baked all the way through. What could I say about that? It's an okay flavor. You don't get really much of the chocolate or the sweetness. At least I'm not. Is it good for what it is? Yeah. Does it match a homemade chocolate chip blondie? No. Either way, it was about testing the oven, learning about it. Now when we come back to do this set, it looks like you have to bake 2 layers of the cake. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's vanilla cake mix and strawberry cake mix, and then the icing. So you're baking twice. So now that, 45 minutes, 45 minutes. So that's 2 hours pretty much there, just for that part. So I'm glad I'm doing this in another video. It is the Yum Yum Real Baking Oven. Thanks for watching, everybody. Later.
If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.